Hey everybody, it's Deanna, and I am here, Fearless Entrepreneurship Live, and I got my girl with me, Edie Clarke. How are you, Edie?
Hey, I am doing fabulous. How are you
Oh,
doing?
that's awesome, awesome.
It's so
So,
good to see you.
oh, it's so good to see you too. It really is, because last time we saw each other was in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
at the conference.
Yep.
You
A
both,
tea.
you and I spoke at the
Yes.
conference, as
Yes.
well as Vanessa, who I've
Mhm.
got. Vanessa, if you're watching this, I got your email. I'm going to message you back. This, I'm not ignoring you. So Vanessa's going to be coming on too in the
Good,
future to
good.
confirm up a date. But yeah, so Edie, just let everybody know who's watching. Edie and I met at a digital marketing conference,
Mm-hmm.
Keys to Digital Marketing Success in Chicago. Both of us were speakers there, and I just totally hit it off with this chick. Like, she is awesome and amazing, and she knows video. She knows YouTube. She knows what to do when it comes to video. She's been doing it long before everybody was preaching that you needed to use video. So
True.
I'm like, please, Edie, will you come on and talk about video with us? And you so graciously said yes. So thank you.
No problem. No problem. I love talking about video and I love talking about YouTube. So I have no problem helping you out.
Oh, that's so good, because I hear a lot of people. I mean, I use video. I like video. I've
Mm-hmm.
had this long time desire for my YouTube channel to build up an audience that way. Now that I'm using StreamYard, everything is going live on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
too, so, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I absolutely want to build that up. And I know I'm not the only one that wants to build that as well. So we're talking today about using video to connect.
Yes.
A lot of people are using it right now, right? During this
They have
pandemic,
to.
Zoom. Yeah, yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that. Like, are you using video more than you did before to connect with your audience, or is it for you? Is it about the same?
Yeah, for me, it's about the same, but I am recognizing that a lot of people who typically weren't using videos in the past are now having to use it because they have no other choice. And using videos to connect is really an important topic for me, because I think people always looked at it as this sort of like, well, I kind of don't really need it. It's the same as posting an image or putting up some text on social media, and it's not that big of a deal. But it's really a vital tool that you can use that can open the doors to a myriad of things for you. And
Yeah.
as we go further and further into technology, as the years go by, it is going to become a lot easier for us to use it. And it's going to become very, mandatory because
Yeah, pretty much, right?
it's
It is
mandatory
right
now.
now,
Yeah,
in a
it's
sense.
mandatory now. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to just briefly talk to you about 5 different ways or areas that you can use videos in a really crucial manner that will allow you to connect or to communicate with your ideal audience, whether it's in a group setting or whether it's individual. And one of them is what we're doing right now, and that's live video. So
Yeah.
that's live streaming. It could be an interview that we're doing. It could be somebody just live streaming to their group that can be doing a webinar, anything like that, that's going to market themselves and that's going to be able to educate their audience. That's definitely one way to go. And then the other way is what everybody now is doing, which is video conferencing. And so with that, it's either one-on-one or in some instances, it's in a group format. So people who didn't really think they were going to be using videos are now relying on things like everybody knows what Zoom is and they know how to
Yes, they
use it now.
do.
You know?
So true, because before, when I moved out here a year ago, I used Zoom even when I was in Ohio. And then when I moved to Montana with my clients, they're like, well, how will we see you? I'm
Right.
like, well, Zoom. And they're like, what's Zoom? And I go, it's kind of like Skype. People knew what
Yep.
Skype was, but had no idea. But now you see everybody's using Zoom
Yeah.
in order to connect.
Yeah. And it's a great way to teach your audience or educate them about something, or if you just want to inform them, whether it's news or whether it's just an update and something that's going on in your niche, or we've seen it in action where people are using live to entertain us. You know,
Yes.
we've seen in Instagram those DJ parties and things of that nature.
Yes, the
Yeah.
DJ parties. I see friends from home that they have a band and they're just playing live,
Yeah.
and it's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
love what they're doing.
Yeah. So people are getting a lot more comfortable with it. I mean, I know I do live videos like once a month now with my family because I can't see them. I can't go and visit them. We're all over the United States and in the Caribbean. And so we do a Zoom call, and a lot of them didn't understand, like, what do I do? How do I, so I had to walk them through how to get set up. And then a lot of them didn't want to be on camera. And I'm like, look, you're around family. Get over it. Use the camera.
Get over it, right?
Yeah. So they're getting a lot more used to this technology that was so foreign to them. So that's definitely a huge change that's happened. And that's a way for us to be able to use video in a live situation where we can communicate and connect with our audience or our followers or whoever.
Right, right.
Another way that I use it is, or that I recommend, is if you want to do it more on a personalized level. And so some years back, a lot of my clients would be like, I'd go through whatever the process was, and they were like, well, I don't exactly understand how to upload the video to YouTube or how to do this. And so I would do these sort of mini tutorials that I wasn't posting for the world on YouTube, but I was using a fairly expensive platform to create them. I was using my Camtasia platform to create these tutorial videos, and the process that I had to go through to create the video and then email it to them, it just was an absolute pain. Well, now fast forward, some 8 years, there are platforms that are out there that make it super easy for you to create screen capture videos, or even just capturing yourself and shooting it off in an email, just like that.
Yeah.
And so one of the platforms that I absolutely love that I use is called Loom. And that is
talked a lot about Loom. Explain Loom, because I've heard you talk about it a lot. Yes, I'm sorry, my dog. He comes into everything. So he hears me talking. He always has to jump in. So talk to me about Loom a little bit.
Yeah. Loom is a great platform if you want to use it for communicating individually with your audience, or even if you want to create actual how-to tutorial videos where you have to do a screen record and you don't want to go to the expense of purchasing something expensive like Camtasia, which I love Camtasia, and it is a great platform in and of itself. But Loom allows you seamlessly, either through their extension that they have a Chrome extension, they have a desktop app that you can actually download onto your desktop. And last week, or the week before last, they came out with an app for your mobile device, and it's only for iOS right now. And I just flipped a wig when I saw that, and I actually did a video on that as well. And I've done videos on them before because I just love the platform so much. But it's a great way for you to be able to teach. You can walk through. I use it now whenever a client emails me a question. They want to get clarification on something. I use Trello, for example, in order to manage all of the back end of what I do for my clients. And we share that Trello board. So maybe they may not understand something that I did on there. I'll just do a quick video, show them what I needed them to understand or what I needed them to do, and send it back to them. And the great thing about Loom is that you can email it directly through Gmail because it's connected to Gmail. So you can create your Loom on your desktop. And then when you go to the platform, all you have to do is hit the share button and then send it by email.
Oh, that's so convenient.
You can then post it if it's a video that you actually want to, let's say it's a tutorial video that you're creating and you want to post it on social media. You can post it directly to Facebook and to Twitter. You can also download the video onto your computer if you, say, for example, wanted to then upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
You can also embed the video on your website.
Wow.
You can share the link. You can do a number of different things. And it allows you to either record yourself, just camera.
Yeah.
Or you can record your screen only, or you can have yourself picture in picture with the screen. So it's a really great platform that people can use if they want to dabble in doing screencast recordings of tutorial videos or just walking through. What I loved about the iOS device that the app that they have, is if you're an app developer, or if you're someone who communicates with your audience or your client using some sort of an app, and you want to walk them through how to use that app.
Yeah,
use
perfect.
It's absolutely perfect. So I just absolutely love Loom, and I love the idea of personalized videos because you can use it for a number of reasons. I also use it to just touch base and check in with my clients. You can use it to close sales. You can use it to market yourself. You can use it for a lot of different reasons.
So how does it differ from Zoom? Because a lot of people are familiar with Zoom.
Right.
And from that platform, you're able to, well, you can go live now on Zoom, right?
You can if you have the webinar, if you're paying for the webinar feature.
Right. Okay. So you can do that if you're paying for the webinar feature, and you can download. But what makes you choose Loom over Zoom? Just out of curiosity.
Number one, the quality is better. The video quality is better. Number two, Zoom is more of a video conferencing platform, and Loom is not. Loom is something that you're recording it in the privacy of your computer. It's not a live platform. You can't go live on Loom. And it is set up in a way where it's just very convenient for you to share your videos and then get comments and reactions to those videos on this singular platform. So once somebody views your video, you'll get notified that they viewed the video. If they've commented on the video, you'll get notified of that as well. So it's more of a communication tool. I see it more so as a communication tool, whereas Zoom is more of this is a one-way. We can communicate with you through doing some sort of a live stream, video conference, and webinar type thing.
Interesting. I may have to check out Loom.
Yeah. It's definitely, and it's affordable. They have it right now, actually, because this COVID-19 is going on. They have upped the amount of videos that you're able to record. I don't remember the exact specific amount. They limit you on the free version. So you can do a lot of things on Loom for free. If you want to pay, I think the normal fee was like $9 or $10 a month. And they slashed that in half to $5 a month. And
oh my God, that's unheard of.
I know. And so with the paid version, you get things like you get custom thumbnails that you can create for your videos. You have the ability to have a call to action at the end of the video. So imagine you do this video where you're wrapping up a sales call. You've had a sales call with somebody, you send them this video so that they can now purchase your product, or just say, I'm glad that we had a chance to speak. I hope that I answered all of your questions. When you're ready to purchase, click this link.
Nice.
So it's really a great way to communicate on a personalized level with your clients without getting on a phone call. Or for some people who are still afraid of live streaming, it's a great way to communicate with them without live streaming.
I love it. And I absolutely need to check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely a tool that you should be looking into and using. And don't get me wrong, it's not the only one that's out there. Right. It happens to be the one that I discovered first. I don't even know how many years ago. I mean, when I first discovered it, it wasn't even called Loom. So it's gone through a lot of, different versions.
Right.
And they're constantly updating it, and they're constantly adding new features, and they're doing all of these things that really make the tool very easy to use, and at the same time, still keeping it affordable.
Perfect. Now, can you live stream with it? And you may have said that.
No, you cannot.
You cannot live stream.
No.
But you can do everything like you can in Zoom, right, but in a better quality, better
Yeah,
video
it's
quality.
really good quality. If you have the desktop app, if you go for the Pro feature, you can get up to 1080p. Other than that, you get 720p, which is great. Zoom, my issue with Zoom is because everything is being fed through the internet. The recording feature, when you record your videos over Zoom, it's based on whatever the quality of your internet speed is at the time. And we know that it goes up and down on internet speed. So sometimes the quality is not that great. And I have really fast internet speed and my computer's plugged into my router, but sometimes when I would record, the quality wasn't that great.
Yeah.
So that was the only downside. It was just too iffy. And everybody has different types of internet access. So you can't, it's never going to be uniform, the quality of it.
Right. Now, I remember when we were in Chicago and we were chatting, and at the time I was using Zoom a lot more and recording it. And you said the quality is not good.
Right.
Don't use.
Right.
Don't. And I got that. So I was like, okay, I hear ya. So the quality, though, if I'm hearing you correctly right now, Zoom is pulling from your internet. So if your internet's a little shaky, the video and the quality is going to be shaky. How does Loom pull then? What does Loom do where the quality
Loom is being recorded on it's not going live. It's not going through an internet.
I got you. So it's being recorded on your actual phone or okay. Interesting. Now, about a year ago, and I don't know if you're still doing this or not. Oh, you share. Okay, perfect. I am going to share all these as well.
Thank you.
With you. Yes, definitely.
Hey, Colleen. I just saw that she's on.
Yeah, Colleen's on. And so is Lisa. So you were working on something which was super cool, where you were able to work with your clients and actually like tap into their camera, do the recording, and help them, like coach them through what you needed.
Right.
Talk to me about that, because I wish I could remember exactly what that was.
Yeah, it's remote video creation. It's a service that I offer, and it allows me to remotely connect with my clients using their webcam or using their iPhone in particular. There are some Androids that it will work with. They're a little iffy on that. And I'm able to connect with them using a platform called OpenReel. And as a result, I'm able to direct them through this platform. It's not a platform that if you, as the creator, wanted to record yourself, it doesn't work that way. It's for video production companies, video producers to use with their clients. And we access their phone or their webcam. We direct them through that process. I can also take their scripts, which is what I do right now. If my client is using a script, I can upload it through this platform, and on their phone, only on the phone, not on the webcam, they can see the teleprompter, access the teleprompter so that they can see their script and read from their script while they're being recorded at the same time. This then allows me, yeah.
That's really cool, because I know a lot of people that do have a script and they put it off to the side.
Right.
And then you see them doing this or doing this and looking down, but now they're able to look right at the camera, follow the script.
At the camera and follow their script perfectly. And, I can adjust any kind of lighting. I can adjust the audio. I can tell them whether they need to sit back further, they need to come closer, or what have you, just so that they know that they're looking the way that they need to look on camera. And this platform is a game changer for my business, but it's also a great service that I'm offering to my audience, because my clients, one of the biggest pain points that they had was, I know I need to do videos. I know I want to do videos. I just don't, every time I sit down to do them, I get, discombobulated because I think this isn't looking right, or that isn't, I don't understand this, or I'm not setting it up this way. And usually it was like the lighting was always horrible. The audio was always.
That's my issue here. If you could see the way that I have rigged this office, because the windows are short, so the natural light isn't great. So I'm always, wherever the sun is, I'm moving
Yeah.
around. I've got my little ring light on this side because there's a window over here.
Right, right.
And it's
Well,
still
you
not
look
perfect.
balanced. You look fine.
Do I? Because it doesn't feel like it. I feel
Yeah,
so washed out.
you look fine. Believe me, I have the same problem because of the office I'm in. I'm sitting right in front of windows, but my porch has a awning on it. So even if it's sunny, unless it's super, super sunny, having the windows open isn't really going to do much for me. So I have to make sure that I'm flanked myself with lights on either side. And because I wear glasses,
Oh, that makes it so much harder.
yeah. So they can't be in front of me. They have to be to the side of me. So you know.
I get it. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I totally understand. Lighting is a pain in the butt, but that was always an issue for my clients. And then just being motivated to record more than one video at a time is a huge hurdle for a lot of people. So this commits them to sitting in one spot for a period of time so that we can record all of their videos at once. And I have a client right now that's doing 10 videos per session. And we get those 10 videos done in about an hour and a half.
Wow.
And
then
she would never have done this otherwise. She would never get that many videos done otherwise. And her videos are anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes long, each video.
And why that time? How is she using those videos?
She's using them for her YouTube channel.
Okay, like tutorials, like, is that how she's doing it?
She's a coach, so they're not necessarily tutorials. They're more advice, informational. They're educational, but they're not like like I do tutorials, like, screen.
Yeah.
She doesn't do those, but they're very informative and they're very helpful to her audience, which is primarily virtual assistants. So she's a virtual assistant coach and trainer. So she does all of her content is targeting that audience. So, but it just depends on the video. There's no specific reason why the videos are that length. It's just, depends on how. Yeah, because there is no rule of, videos can only be this length outside of Instagram. On YouTube, the longer the better, as long as the video is of use to the viewer and they're going to be really engaged with it and they understand exactly what's going on, then, a longer video actually pays because you're going to have the person watching for longer. And so that definitely helps you in the end.
Yes. So because I think what you're doing right now with that app and doing like setting up the script and doing all that, who is like the ideal person that this would benefit?
The ideal person is someone that's an established entrepreneur who already sort of has their team that's doing all of the social media stuff. They're really wanting to focus their energy on visibility. They need to get themselves seen. They need to get the message out about whatever it is that they're promoting and talking about out there to the masses. And they know that YouTube is vital. They understand the importance of it. What has been the holdup for them is that they just have not been able to carve out the time to figure out what videos they need to create, how to create them, and then to get them up on YouTube. And that's where I come in.
You help them with all that.
I help them with all of that. Yeah.
So what's the biggest mistake you've seen with people on YouTube and their videos?
A lot of them, and I've fallen into this trap as well, is that sometimes you're so frantic to get content out that you don't really think it through in terms of, is this really something that's going to benefit my audience? Is this something that they're asking for? Is this something that's going to help them move from where they are to where they want to be? And in that lack of thought process, you just throw stuff out there just to say that you're putting something out, and then it renders no response. Like nobody's looking at it, nobody's commenting, because it's not what your audience is looking for. So that's probably the biggest mistake. It's the easiest mistake to make as well, because it's really, YouTube can be confusing if you don't really know who your target audience is. And if you're just sort of like, well, I know video is important, so let me post videos. Because I follow a lot of people that I like on other platforms, and I'll look and see what their YouTube channel is doing, and they might blow up on Facebook or really have a great following on Instagram. And then I look at their YouTube channel and it's like single digits for views.
Guilty.
I wasn't speaking about you though.
But no, but it's true. And I totally get that.
Yeah.
And YouTube has been it's been a platform that I use to watch videos and listen to music.
Right.
And I've struggled with getting my own YouTube channel out. Now I'm starting to stream these on YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. But the same two people always comment who I think are just bots.
Right.
They say the same thing. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, there's bots on YouTube too.
Yes, there are.
Right. Yeah, I mean, but I also know that I do want to grow that eventually. And, so what is something, if I'm doing videos like this, which I believe are informative, what is something I can do to have more people see it?
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're talking about YouTube because that was actually on my list.
Oh, good. As I take you.
Yes. No. It's good. It's good. I love this. Because YouTube is my number one way of being able to connect with your audience and to communicate with your audience is to use YouTube. And because you can reach a mass audience and you can get found. So I would presume that chances are, if you're just live streaming your videos onto YouTube, how are you optimizing those videos? And is the content of the videos what your ideal audience on YouTube is looking for? And so if you know that, for example, you're into digital marketing, you coach entrepreneurs that are starting out their businesses. So if you know one of the things that they're going to be interested in is understanding how video is used, definitely make sure that when you put this video on YouTube, that you're optimizing the hell out of it, that you're using the keywords that they're going to use when they're searching for the solution that this video provides.
And do I use that in the description or do I use that as a tag or both?
You use that everywhere. You use it in the title of the video. You use it in the description of the video, and you use them as many as you can in the tags. The tags allow you to use up to 500 characters, and tags are not singular words. They are groups of words.
Okay, good to know. I think I use singular right now. So that's where I'm making a mistake.
Singular is sort of the way that, everybody has always talked about when you get into business and you start your business, you have to niche down.
Yeah.
You kind of have to do that with your tags as well. But it's like niching up because you don't want to use a singular word. For example, video, the keyword video probably would garner billions of videos.
Yeah.
That's way too big for you. But if you're specifically saying how to use videos to connect with your audience as the keyword,
yes,
that could be something that somebody might actually be searching for.
Okay.
I want to be able to connect with my audience using video. They type that in because we know how we use Google. We ask Google questions.
We do
questions. And Google is owned, or YouTube is owned by Google. So you do the same thing in YouTube. And so if somebody is typing in that or using videos, even those keywords, that's going to allow your video to pop up.
Love it. Elizabeth made a comment saying, I've been treating YouTube as a repository of videos, not as a marketing tool. Need to rethink that. Elizabeth, you're not alone.
I did that when I first started, because when I first started, I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't come from a YouTube world. I came from a video world. And so I understood editing and I understood, production companies and post-production companies and all of that kind of stuff. YouTube was Greek to me. So when I learned about it, I'm like, what? I could store my videos. I could host my videos on there for free? What? count me in. And that's what I did for years, for like the first 2 years of my business. That's what I did. And then I started seeing other people were getting like views and they were getting all these subscribers. And I'm like, well, why am I not getting anything? I have videos up there, but they weren't optimized. They weren't videos that my audience wanted. I don't even think I really had a full appreciation or understanding of who my audience was at the time. So I didn't know what the hell they were looking for. So I totally can relate to Elizabeth because I've been there, done that.
I can as well too. I definitely can, Elizabeth, because I've been doing it.
Yeah.
And again, YouTube is still very new to me as a marketing tool.
Right.
I know that it's been one, and we've had conversations for years about it, to use it. And every time I leave you, I'm like, that's it. I'm going to make my YouTube channel. I'm going to make it rock. Right. And then I do go, and I've been doing more on there than I ever have. But it's been really clear to me that I need to improve my understanding how to best utilize it. I see where I lack, but I'm there at least, and I'm trying. So.
And this is a great time for people who have been avoiding it for whatever reason to do it, because I can speak for myself. A couple of my clients put me on pause because of the COVID-19. So that freed up some time for me. And so I'm using that time now to get back into creating videos on a consistent basis. So if anybody out there has time, whether it's just, an hour a day or whatever, that you can sit down and you can make a list of all of the video topics that you would want to create based on conversations that you've had with your audience, based on comments that they've left on social media posts or what have you, and then create those videos and put them up on YouTube. That would be a great opportunity for you to, start to nurture and develop, because consistency pays on YouTube. If you're consistent, then your channel is going to build and build and build. The weird thing about me, I preach a lot for people to have their YouTube channel, and my goal is to make all of my clients shine. I'm not in this for me to shine. I want everybody that I work with to be the star. So I therefore neglected my YouTube channel for quite a while. But the interesting thing, and this is the power that YouTube has, and I use it. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to say it because I'm like, I wasn't really uploading videos as regularly as I could. But the power of video and YouTube is so powerful that I can go months, I can go a year without posting videos, and my channel is still growing. People are still seeing, I just started back recently uploading weekly videos, and I got a few posts of people saying, oh my God, I missed you. Thank God you're back doing videos again. And it's like, you never really realize who's actually looking at your content and how it helps them. Because the thing that I also want to impart on everyone as far as YouTube is concerned is that each and every one of us has a unique voice that only certain people can be able to learn from us. I'm not like any of the other gurus that are out there on YouTube. That's not me. That's not my personality. I'm not a bubbly, maybe a little, bubbly today, but that's not kind of serious. And I'm very methodical in how I deliver.
Right.
Only a certain type of person's going to be, connect with that. Right. So somebody that can connect with me isn't going to necessarily connect with the next person that's talking about the same or similar topic.
Right.
So that's the one thing that we need to make sure that we understand, is that there is room for all of us. And you can use YouTube if you want to educate, if you want to inform your audience, if you want to entertain them, if you have some skill or talent that you can use to entertain them, by all means. And then also, if you're some sort of a motivational or inspirational type person, you can use YouTube and videos to do that as well.
Love it. Love it. Did we hit all 5 of your points?
No, there's 2 more.
Okay, go ahead. I I don't think we did. And I'm like, I'm watching.
No
So
worries, no
I told
worries.
you 30 minutes and we're just going. We're over that, which is cool. So let's do the next two.
Okay, so I'll do the next two really quickly.
You don't have to do it quickly. You're good. Go ahead.
So the next one that is actually more trending now than it was before, even though there were elements of it that we used to do, is interactive videos. Now, everybody who's ever been on YouTube has interacted with the video when somebody says, you know, they're talking about whatever the topic is. And if you want to see my previous video, click on the link above. And if you click on that, that's sort of an ability to interact with the video, as well as at the end of the video when you can click on the next video that you want to see and things of that nature. But interactive videos goes now a little bit deeper, and it used to be a method that high-end, you know, Fortune 500 companies were using, and they were probably using it more inner office and with their specific clients, as opposed to putting them on YouTube, because it wouldn't work on YouTube. But interactive videos are a way for you to communicate with your audience through demonstrating something, explaining something, educating them about something, and most importantly, about getting feedback. And these videos allow you to direct the viewer, to direct the process of how they're going to view the video. So for example, I have an example on my website, edieclarke.com. If you go on there, you'll be greeted with an interactive video. Let's say you want to, let's say, Deanna, that you have a quiz that, or a survey that you typically send out to your audience, and you want to get feedback. You want to know, well, are they interested in A or are they interested in B? And if they're interested in B, then are they, you know, this type of person, and is this what they want? And that way you can really hone in on who's coming to your website and what are their needs. Yeah. And so this is something that used to be super expensive. Thousands of dollars expensive. And now there are a lot of companies that are coming out that are making it super affordable and making it easy, if you have the time and the patience, to create videos on your own. So this is just a really great way for you to communicate and, most importantly, interact with your audience and allow them to be more engaged with your content, as opposed to just sitting there and watching it. It's asking them to take action as they're watching the video.
Right. So like using the polls and things like that.
Right. Exactly. And so this is a new way for people to really get a better pulse on what's happening with their audience and with their viewers. And so the one that I'm using is, I want to understand, you know, are you selling products or are you selling services? And then I talk about the importance of video for both. And then I go into, you know, what's your view on video? And then the ultimate thing is that I'm leading them to set up a consultation with me so that I can find out if they're interested in just having me edit their videos, or if they want me to film them and edit their videos, as well as manage their YouTube channel. So either way, I'm getting information about what's the goal and what's the interest of that viewer. Now, if you're a restaurateur or if you're a chef, you can do it by having an interactive cooking experience. You can start off by having them choose, well, how many people do you want to cook for tonight? And it's just you and your husband. Okay, you select two. Do you want to cook chicken or do you want to cook beef? Do you want to cook Italian? Do you want to cook French? You know, all of those things. And then it gives you more information as you're going along. So it's this immersive, interactive experience that will make it memorable for your audience, and they won't soon forget it. So that's a great way, because you want videos to obviously advance the know, like, and trust factor.
Right.
And this is a great way for that to happen, because they're getting to know you based on the knowledge that you're conveying, and then you're getting to know them based on the answers that they're giving. So
during that video, when you're asking them, would you rather have like beef or chicken, depending on what they click, does it take you to that portion?
Yep.
That is really cool.
Yeah. And
how do you set that up? I've never done that before.
Yeah,
there's one company I know that does it in Youngstown. It's their whole software.
right.
But,
Right. And that's why it used to cost a lot of money where
yeah.
you were able to do that. There's a number of companies that are out there. The one that I'm actually going to do a walkthrough video on that probably in the next 2 weeks. It's called Interactor. And it makes it, I can't remember how much I paid for it though, but it makes it a lot more affordable for you to be able to do it on your own. It does take time, to learn it. There's a learning curve. You have to sort of play around with it. If videos aren't your thing, I can do it for you. But, it does take a little bit of time for you to sort of understand the nuance. So right now I'm actually setting up that as a service where I'm creating the templates and I'm offering, these are the types of questions you need to ask. And this is the kind of information that you want to have as a feedback so that at least it allows me to work with my clients and they'll be able to provide me with a script so that we can then film them. So I'll film them using my remote video creation services, and then I'll create the interactive video for them afterwards.
I love that idea of interactive video. Absolutely love it. And now my wheels are turning on all the ways I could use it just by hearing it.
Totally. And then the last thing is social. Everybody is using videos on social anyway. And, when I first came into this, I started my business in 2012. YouTube was it for video. And now every single platform is incorporating video. So that just tells you how vitally important it is when you see every single platform using it. But one of the unique things that you can now do on all of these social media platforms, which I'm sure people are doing as well, is they're interacting with their connections or with the people that they follow using personalized videos on those platforms by doing video messages or audio messages. And almost all of the platforms either have both or they at least have audio, your ability to record an audio message to whoever it is that you want to communicate with. So for example, on LinkedIn, if somebody comments on one of my posts, I can respond in their connection of mine. I can respond with either a video message or an audio message, thanking them and maybe perhaps asking them another question, and that creates a dialogue that can be developed. So don't ignore the opportunity to use video across the board in every platform, on every software, everywhere, because this is a crucial way that you'll be able to communicate and connect with your audience, your followers, your clients, your prospects, whoever they are.
Right. I have, actually, there's two people that are in my private membership group, the Entrepreneur Society, and they did something really cool and sent like these little note cards out. And the woman who owns one of the companies, she called and said it was so cool. I sent it to like a group of people, and the one guy responded, texted me back, but sent a video thanking her and saying what a cool idea this is. And that video, for her to reach back out to me, which, and say, oh my gosh, so-and-so responded this way. And it was so cool. It was so much more personal to get that video response back than just a simple text going, cool idea.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, a huge impact on them.
It's truly faster to communicate by just either doing an audio, because I know that there's still, in this day and age, there's still people that are uncomfortable about being on camera.
Right.
And I get it. I was the same way. I was a person that was constantly behind the scenes. I was like, I'm not coming in front of a camera for no reason. So I totally understand if people are still apprehensive. So you can use the audio feature and just an audio message, but it does allow for people to be a bit more personal.
Yeah, and it definitely does.
Appreciate it so much more.
So true. So true. Well, Edie, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing all this. How can somebody reach you? I have your website, edieclarke.com up there, but how can somebody reach you?
Just reach out to me on edieclarke.com and take my interactive quiz. And if you want, just set up a consultation with me. If you just want to network with me, because, maybe we have like clients in mind, then you can always just shoot me a text on friend me on Facebook, and then we can shoot me a text on Messenger. I think you can Messenger without being friends, right?
Yes, you can. It goes to a different folder, but I think now you see it up. And just a side note, Facebook is competing with Zoom. They're trying to take it over. I don't know if you saw that or not. They
No.
actually are creating in messenger rooms. So you can come up with a room and you can send the link to your friends and you can meet there
Oh,
and
flip
talk and do
over.
everything that you're doing on Zoom.
Right.
Now I keep checking to see if I have it, and I don't. Yeah, so I don't know if they're rolling it out or what the deal is. But if anybody has that feature already that's watching, let me know. I'm just
Yeah.
curious how it works. I want to be invited into your group.
Yeah. That's, well, I mean, you know, I can't be surprised by anything that Facebook does. So.
No, I know. I know. No, they're trying to rule the world, and it looks like they're getting close. But
But also connect with me on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube page or YouTube channel is virtually in sync _1. And look at my videos, subscribe. I'm now going to be creating content on a more consistent basis. Leave a comment if there's on any video that I do, if there's something that you want to see me create. If there's a video that typically my videos are tutorial videos, they're walkthroughs. I'm going to be doing featurettes, which are any platform that I normally would use. If there's some new feature that's coming out, I'm going to be doing these short little featurettes. So I like to just showcase apps, softwares, platforms that I like, that I find, you know, helpful to my business, because for a long time I would find these things, keep them to myself, and then maybe I'm having a conversation with you and you're like, what? That's really interesting. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I should. So I'm doing that now because I keep have all of these cool things and I keep forgetting to share that out. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on. Love and appreciate you, Edie.
It was great seeing you.
I know, you too. You too. All right. And everybody who's watching, we'll catch you next time.
Thank you. All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.